Professor Eman Gaad, the Dean of the Faculty of Education at the British University in Dubai. I'm also a professor of special and inclusive education. Today we're talking about do's and don'ts when it comes to teaching children on the autistic spectrum disorder. One of the things I always advise teachers to do when it comes to teaching children on the spectrum is to use visuals. Although some of them can read, for example, they still would appreciate a good visual material. Always focus on the visual material. One of the things we also try to avoid is to avoid things like symbolic, hidden meanings. People and learners with autism, they tend to take face value. Whatever you tell them, they actually believe it. So whatever you do in a conversation, avoid things like, oh, I'm the Queen of Sheba, or oh, when the cows come home, because they literally think that you are the Queen of Sheba and the cows will come home. So please avoid hidden meanings. Go straight forward with things that they can relate to and understand. Also, I advise teachers to prepare. Be prepared. Preparedness is very important. Do not ask children suddenly to change or transit activities. Children with autism tend to get anxiety, and that may lead to some of the unpleasant behavior that we don't want to see in the classroom, which may affect their social and educational development. Therefore, use a schedule. Visual schedule, written schedule, whatever works for a child on the spectrum. It's always helpful to prepare to transit from one activity to another. Avoid sensory things where actually a child overloaded with sensory issues that can make the children not aware of other things. So for example, make sure that you avoid sensory overload. Touching, feeling, lighting, any small thing in the temperature in the room can actually affect the child's mood. Once the child's mood is affected, that can basically result in unpleasant behavior. Children often are mistakenly taken for bad behavior while they are simply not dealing well with their sensory issues. Avoid generalization. Make sure that you deal with every child as an individual. There is a good say that always says that when you meet a person with autism, you've met one person with autism. We do not generalize. Although they may share some of the characteristics, they are very individual, just like all of us. Happy teaching, everyone.